Welcome to the Poole Family Information Service Guide to applying for a reception place in a Poole school for September 2012. Remember, the application closing date is the 15th of January 2012. So let's begin. Was your child born between the 1st of September 2007 and the 31st of August 2008? You need to put in an application to apply for a school place. The application deadline is the 15th of January 2012. You need to think about which schools you may like your child to attend. Where can I find information? Services that can help. The local authority school admissions team on 01202 261 936 or the Family Information Service on 01202 261 999 or we're holding an event. Drop into the welcome area of Poole Central Library on Wednesday the 12th of October anytime between 10 a.m. and 7 p.m. Or go online, go to www.boroughofpoole.com/school admissions. Follow the link to normal year of entry, then Parents Guide. This guide gives information about all Poole schools and the applications process. Or go to www.ofsted.gov.uk for reports on school inspections. Or why not visit Poole schools? First, combined or primary. You can pick up information, or you can go to school open days. Ask the schools about these.
Can I choose which school I would like my child to attend? You cannot choose a school because there may not be enough room for everyone who wants to go there. Schools have a published admission number, PAN. This is the maximum number of pupils they can accept in a year group. Reception, Year 1 and Year 2 classes cannot have more than 30 pupils. The admissions criteria, a set of rules for each school, are used to decide how to allocate places where there are more applications than places available. You can express a preference for up to 3 schools on your application.
What do I need to consider when deciding on the 3 schools to put on my application? You will only be offered a place at one school, so the order of your preference is very important. You should put the one that you would like the most in first place, as the local authority will try to give you your first preference if possible. The online Parents Guide shows which schools were oversubscribed last year, those which had more applications than spaces. If you only apply for these oversubscribed schools, you may not get any of your preferences. Carefully consider your preferences. Make the most of your opportunity to name 3 schools. The Apply for a Reception Place event will help you to understand this better. Who processes my application for a school place? Poole Local Authority School Admissions Team processes applications from all Poole residents. If you live in a different area, you should apply to a local authority where you live, even if you are naming Poole School. If you are a Poole resident, you should apply to Poole, even if you are naming schools in another area. Your application needs to be with the Poole School Admissions Team by the closing date, 15th of January 2012. And for Poole residents, this can be found at www.boroughofpoole.com/school admissions, following the link to normal year of entry, then to the online form. For an online application, you will need to ensure that you have pressed the submit button by the closing date. You will receive an automatic email receipt. Please make a note of your email address and password so that you can see the school your child has been allocated on the 20th of April 2012. If you cannot access the online form, a paper form is available from Poole School Admissions Team on 01202 261 936 or the Family Information Service on 01202 261 999. For a paper application, you need to ensure that your posted application arrives on time. Make sure that there is adequate postage on the envelope, and if you are posting it close to the deadline, you may need to provide proof of posting. You can deliver your application by hand. The admissions team are above the Central Library in the Dolphin Centre, and there is a reception desk there. Ask for a dated receipt. Poole School Admissions Team, Borough of Poole, Dolphin Centre, BH15 1SA. Telephone 01202 261 936. If you are applying for a school place on religious ground, in addition to your application, you will need to provide a supplementary information form. This cannot be completed online. For Poole schools, you need to download and print the form, get your priest or minister to complete it, then submit it as a paper form, as well as your online or paper application, to Poole School Admissions Team. If you're applying for a church school outside of Poole, you must check with the individual school to see what information is needed. If you cannot download it, the form is available from the local authority school admissions team on 01202 261 936 or the Family Information Service on 01202 261 999. How applications are processed. You send an application to your local authority, online or paper application, by the closing date of the 15th of January 2012. Late applications will not be processed until after all those received on time by the local authority. Each of the school admission authorities considers your application along with everyone else who's applied to that school by the closing date. Schools are not told whether you've named them as the first, second or third preference. Then the school admission authorities list all applications according to their admissions criteria, the set of rules used to allocate school places. This information is then sent back to Poole School Admissions Team. On the notification date 20th of April 2012, the local authority writes offering you one school place. This will be the highest preference school on your application that has a place available for your child. If you applied online, you'll be able to log into the website and view the result of your application from 4 p.m. on the notification date. You will need to remember your email address and password to log into your account. If it is not possible to offer any of your preferred schools, the local authority will allocate a place at your catchment school if available, or the nearest school to your home that has a place available. Offer of a school place. The offer letter contains a reply slip. If you do not return this to Poole School Admissions Team by the 4th of May 2012, you may lose the school place offered to you. Even if you do not want the place offered, consider accepting the place anyway, while you explore other options, just in case you cannot get a place at another school you would prefer. Accepting the place offered will not affect any other applications you decide upon. What are my options if I do not get a place at the school I prefer? You can ask to be placed on the waiting list, or make a new application for a place at any school not named on your original application. The school admissions team can tell you where there may be vacancies. Then consider making a school visit, or you can appeal for a place at any of the schools named on your application. But please be aware that reception classes can only have a maximum of 30 pupils by law. You can only win an appeal if you can show that there was a mistake in the admissions process, and if there had not been a mistake, that your child would have been offered a place. Closing date is the 15th of January 2012. Applications missing the deadline will not be considered until all on-time ones are processed. This means if you miss the deadline, you may be less likely to be offered a place in one of your preferred schools.